Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Puentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Bologna is open. 3-point.
Goodness! Isang jumper by Robin Celis.
Nathaniel has time.
Now against Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness!
Ito ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Season 7. And we are back at the Astrodome in Pasay City for our Thursday triple header. It's another big game day in the MPBL. Several teams in the South trying to move up and also trying to keep their positions right there sa ating team standings. Our games for today: Parañaque takes on Gensan in Game 1, and second game natin featuring the Quezon Huskers and the Davao Occidental Tigers. And in the main game, the Pasay Voyagers take on the Muntinlupa Cagers. Pasay starting life without Warren Bonifacio and Lawrence Paul Victoria in their campaign in the North Division. Diretso tayo sa ating team standings in the North Division, and we see Pasay, which will be in action later on, at number 7. Nangunguna pa rin ang Nueva Ecija and Abra, which will be playing on Saturday. And para naman sa ating South Division, we'll see the Quezon Huskers later on. They will try to solidify their hold of top spot. And Gensan trying to tie Batangas at number 3 as they take on Parañaque. Parañaque, isang panalo pa lang. At ito naman Muntinlupa on a slump at the moment. They will try to get a victory over Pasay that will allow them to tie Rizal and Binyan right there at number 5. And you talk about Parañaque, you see 3 players who stood out in that game. In the loss in their last game, Shaq Alanes, Cristorado, and Jomar Santos. They stood out as they, but unfortunately, they fell short in that game, Javi. And, you know, itong Parañaque, hirap pa rin as they try to get their campaign back on track.
Yeah, the losing streak continues para sa kanila, but at least they have some positive things to work with these 3 guys. Shacalanes, in his return to the MPBL, he scored 18 points against Marikina. Cristorado back in the harness in an MPBL uniform as well after not seeing a lot of action for the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. Jomar Santos coming up with a double-double performance of 15 points and 12 rebounds. So at least these 3 guys look at to carry the baton for the Parañaque Patriots, along with some other players as well. So they're hoping that they could get their second victory here today against a Gensan team that has been performing well in the South.
Well, you know, kahit papano, the lineup gives them a bit of hope, no? After many times na nakita natin na kukunti lang yung kanilang mga players na naglalaro, no? Not even making up the 10 minimum na kailangan. And Gensan, on the other hand, they have really naging steady na sila doon sa upper half ng ating South Division after a bit of a rocky start. No, they lost to Quezon, and this was a game na they were putting their winning streak on the line, came up against the home team, the Quezon Huskers, unable to win that game. Kyle Tolentino and Marvin Janicio, though, playing well for the Huskers, and Kyle had 14 and 14. What a rare game that was para kay Kyle Tolentino, double-double, and the rebounding was quite impressive para sa kanya.
Oh, Kyle Tolentino has been so far consistent in this past few games in terms of scoring the basketball. Been one of the top scorers for the Gensan Warriors. But I think Marvin Janicio when he scores well and he's able to contribute, when he's doing the things he's actually expected to do on the floor, it gives Gensan more of a chance to pull out more victories. But even if he hasn't been that consistent, nakikita mo yung Gensan, yung chemistry nila, it has really been solidifying. They have been playing the defense that has been expected of them, and their offense has been flowing courtesy of Nico Elorde.
Yeah, and you know, they tried to get back on track against Parañaque today. Let's meet the starters, courtesy of Richard Campos.
Let the action begin here at the Cuneta Astrodome in Pasay City. Good afternoon. Our first match is Parañaque versus Gensan in Season 7 of Manny Pacquiao's MPBL. Presenting the starting unit for Parañaque Patriots. At guard number 39, Shaq Alanes. Forward number 15, Jomar Santos. Playing center number 14, Jesse Saitanan. Forward number 6, Wilson Baltazar. Shooting guard number 4, Alan Edward Mangas. Parañaque is led by Melky Villanueva, assistant coaches, Franklin Mancio, Tyron Ruiz, Syke Miguelino, and Joseph Abaya. The team manager, Joed Mendoza. The team owners, Jamal Vizcara and Honorable John Villapuerte. Here's the starters for Gensan Warriors. Two guard number 23, Von Tambeling. At forward number 16, Mike Sorella. Point guard number 4, Nico the Flash Elorde. Playing center number 5, Larry Rodriguez. And at forward number 7, Kyle Tolentino. The head coach is Honorable Councilor Elvis Tolentino. His assistants are Boying Diloy, Rizal Castro, Peter Delegero, Apple Coronado, Don Tolentino, and Ray Javier. Team consultant, Noy Pito. The team manager...
Starting 5 is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Parañaque has Alan Mangas, Shaq Alanes, Jesse Saitanan, Jomar Santos, and Wilson Baltazar. Gensan will begin the game with Nico Elorde, Von Tambeling, Larry Rodriguez, Kyle Tolentino, and Mike Sorella.
This has been a familiar starting unit para kay Coach Elvis Tolentino. Ang wala lang dito, ang nagbago, Ping Masaglang will come off the bench while Von Tambeling will be starting this game for the Gensan Warriors. Samantala sa kabila naman, Parañaque coming off with a very strong starting unit in this game. Quite a tall lineup actually with both Wilson Baltazar and Jomar Santos in the wings together with Alan Mangas and Shaq Alanes.
Tolentino nagmamadali agad after that Alanes turnover.
Well, important that Gensan will be starting off pushing the pace. They don't want to let Parañaque get any confidence in this game.
I was quite disappointed actually with the body language of Alanes. As soon as he turned the ball over, he just stood up. Parang wala na nangyari.
That's something that I also have been very disappointed with him over the years. You know, minsan talaga pag hindi siya gumagana sa opensa, there's nothing for him to be motivated about going back on the other side of the floor to play defense. And I can confidently say that about him dahil naging kabatch ko rin naman yan dati. Part of that junior NBA national camp batch we had in 2008.
Yes, Jomar Santos is fouled or by is whistle for the foul on Nico Elorde na kontra-tempo siya nun ni Nico Elorde right here. He's making through up until he gets an angle. Namaan.
Yeah, what about Nico Elorde this season, Sidelf? I mean, perhaps his best season yet in his MPBL career, no? In terms, especially of scoring the basketball.
Oh, and I think it's, you know, he has won a lot of games for Gensan this season. I'm not sure if the best player awards match yung kanyang mga naipanalo na game. because usually, guys like Cal Tolentino get the accolade because of a lot of their scoring. But, ito si Nico, time and again, is really just the anchor of this team.
You're right. His contributions go way beyond the stat sheet. Just his mere presence on the floor. Offensively, he makes sure that the flow continues para sa kanilang koponan. Defensively, he is always very vocal. He makes sure everybody is in place. He makes sure everybody has their man. He makes sure that the rotations are pure and crisp. And that's just what he brings to this team. Ever since, yan naman na talaga ang naging calling card ni Nico Elorde way back in high school when he was still with Zobel. That's the reason why he has always been connected to championship teams.
And ako personally, si Nico Elorde, the observation here in the MPBL really is yung mga gwardya, like point guards, floor generals, they are a premium dito sa ating liga. You can say that daming guardia dito sa MPBL, but gem to rare tong mga tulad ni Nico Elorde na kayang mag-control ng laro, get his own shot, and at the same time create for other players and defend on the other side of the floor.
Tama ka dyan. They are a treasure in this league. They have come far and few. Yung mga ganyang klaseng guardia dito sa MPBL. And I'm sure Coach Elvis realizes that, being a former point guard himself.
Oo. And kasi may mga point guards tayo nakikita dito na they're really good defensively. They command the floor, particularly the offense of their team. Pero sa depensa, hindi din ganun ka taas ang level.
Mismo. Kumbaga, kulang na yung mga klase ng guardia na ala John Stockton or might I say Jason Kidd for the more modern guys. Guys who can affect the game on both sides.
Tolentino's able to score that three-pointer. Elorde making things happen again with that assist. Larry Rodriguez. Uy! Parang minus 5 years yung galaw ni Kuya Larry doon. 9-4. Para sa Warriors.
Well, in my opinion, the reason why he has been able to play at this level, at this kind of level for so long, the reason for his longevity is because the pace at which his game goes has always been the same. Parang una ko siya nakita maglaro, parehong-pareho na hanggang ngayon. Di nagbago yung bilis. It has been the same all throughout.
Yeah. And even here with Gensan, I know Gensan plays at a frenetic pace, but they also shoot a lot of threes.
Yeah.
So, yung isa sa mga reason na yun, actually si Kuya Larry nila.
Yeah, I think they love having him here. It's because throughout all the up and down, throughout all that fast pace that they like to play, isa si Larry sa mga stabilizing forces nitong team na to. When everything needs to calm down, at least in their front line, isa sa inaasahan ni Coach Elvis na sabihin sa kanyang mga teammates, especially when he's on the floor na, teka lang, okay, let's calm down.
Mike Sorella puts it in. 11-7. High scoring first 3 minutes. May mga games na 3 minuto, yung pareho ko pa rin, di makashoot. Ito, combining for 18 points already. Now make that 20 as Gensan increases the lead 13-7. This game is off to a frenetic start. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Half of the points of Gensan coming from the interior, almost zero defense in the inside para sa Parañaque Patriots. That's why the lead is at 6 right now for the Warriors heading into this timeout.
classic Coach Elvis Tolentino moment after their tough loss to Quezon, talagang frustrated at napagalitan nga daw ang tropa. Gritty game naman from both teams pero sadyang lumitaw daw ang top-notch execution and confidence ng Quezon, especially sa dulo. Sabi nga nila sa South Division daw ngayon, one miss and you'll die. Kaya talagang bawal na ang kahit anong lapses. Pero on a lighter note, may mga funny highlight moments pa rin naman sila this week. For the longest time, sinasabihan daw ni Coach Elvis Sigama Evangelista na magpagupit ka ng matapang. Well, guess what? Nagpakalbo itong si Gama and now kamukha na daw niya ang mga assistant coaches ng Gensan. Well, at least, di ba? Unity in battle and unity in look na din sila. Sir Ralph, Javi?
I can't wait to see. Hindi ko pa siya nakikita.
Nakita ko. Actually, ang angas niya. Ang angas niya.
Oo nga, no?
Ang angas niya. Wow.
I did not know this during warm-ups. There you go.
The schoolboy look is gone.
It's gone. It's far gone. This is now like a character out of Prison Break, actually.
Galing may sundalo look. Well, it actually fits him, huh?
Yeah, and I think, Coach Elvis also thinks that for his team to add a little more spunk, importante yung mga players niya, they look the part. They have to, because if you look like nice guys, coming in, obviously playing like that is something different, but there's something to, first impressions really do matter sometimes, right, Sadel?
Yeah. Parang yung first impression mo sa mo?
Sa ano?
Sa sa LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Ay, talaga naman maganda ang uniform natin sa LGR. Maraming
Yan yung mga
salamat.
dapat tinatanong, yung mga first impression kay Miss P dapat tinatanong yan. Miss Lyra Ponsalan. 1/3 of the Team P.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ay, basta ang alam ko, hindi kasama si Javi dun eh.
Hindi na nga eh.
1/4 daw.
Nalabas ako eh.
Tatlo lang ang panel eh. 1/3 lang. Ano ka pa? 16-7. Pero grabe grabe yung coverage sa Batangas ha. Enjoy na enjoy lahat ng tao.
Well,
Alam mo yung the post that we made on the MPBL social media account that Levy Hernandez game-winning play yesterday reached 1 million views.
Intense. Absolutely crazy.
Ganon katindi. Yung na yon, yung play na yon.
It was something out of a Brad Stevens playbook, as mentioned by Coach Mike. Excellent call, by the way. Galing kay Coach Mike Perez dun sa pag-observe nung sideline out of bounds to win that game for the Batangas City Tadwairo Masters. Just a little variation, no? Instead of up and down, nag-cut sa loob. And there you see Micol Sorella. That's a pass coming from Nico Elorde. He has just been absolutely comfortable in threading the needle here in this game with passes like that.
4 assists already para kay Nico. He could have brought out the goggles and okay lang sa akin. Nico, little hang time there. Kyle with the offensive rebound and he put back para kay Cal Tolentino. They've actually laki na ng dito, production ng Gensan. 20 points. On pace for a 40-point quarter.
Shooting above almost 50% actually in this game. 8 out of 17.
Well, Parañaque is taking bad shots.
Horrible shots that enable the Gensan Warriors to go out in transition dahil wala rin namang safety ang nangyayari dito for the Patriots. After the shot goes up, there's not really anybody from the guys in white who are trying to get back on defense.
There's really no conscious effort really to get a good, na may itakbong play. 3-second violation.
A very rare mistake coming from Larry Rodriguez in terms of reading the defense. Usually that's a shot that he would take.
The fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X-Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke. Balikan ko lang yung report ni Lyra kanina because sabi ni Coach Elvis about, one miss you die dito sa South Division. Nakita natin kung gaano kahigpit doon, Avi.
It really is very stacked there. I'm telling you.
Mas mahigpit pa sa nung nagsiskinny jeans. Nung uso pa yung skinny jeans.
That is a terrific analogy. Mukha na mismo, ah.
Ay, hindi. Hindi.
Kasi matindi rin naman talaga. You know, we have Batangas City, after that win, they're 12-7 right now. But below them, we have Gensan, Rizal, Binyan, all at 11-7. While the Mindoro Tamaras under them are at 11-9. Muntinlupa is at 10-7. They're gonna try and crash the party with that game later against Pasay. If they win that, they're gonna also tie those teams that I mentioned. Gensan, Rizal, Binyan at 11-7. But of course, if Gensan wins today, they will climb up to 12-7, tied with Batangas City.
Grabe. Kaya crucial yung panalo ng ano eh, ng
Rum Masters.
Ram Masters sa ano eh.
And they really needed that. Of course, it hasn't been a season which they expected it to be. Itong Tanduay Rum Masters. But, you know, Coach Cholo Villanueva and his squad, they have endured through the tough moments. And having won against the defending champions certainly reminds themselves of their capability that they are able to keep in step with the top teams here in the league. Not just keep in step, but also get victories over them.
First basket para kay Marvin Janicio. You know, always itong Batangas, they are a perennial favorite, perennial contender sa ating liga. So, I always expect them to figure prominently dun sa labanan for the championship. This is a three-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
James Mangas has been with Parañaque from the start of the season, one of the very few players who have stayed on with this franchise since the start of this year. And he's hoping that a little bit more addition will, the additions that they got during the window will be able to help them get over the hump. But so far, they haven't seen that improvement yet.
Evangelista for two. Off the feed from Joel Liu.
First 2 points in that new haircut, huh? Would have loved the dunk, though.
Wiwili ka sa dunk, ha? Wala si Christian Manaytay dito. Sabado pa siya lalaro.
I'm expecting another slam there. Ikaw nga yung slam magnet, eh.
The play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ikaw naman ang magnet pag maraming maraming magagandang mga nanonood. Yan. Yan ang yan ang calling card mo, Mr. Palania.
Dinali mo na naman ako dyan, ha? Well, I'm very excited to watch that game on Saturday, that Nueva versus Abra game. And I'm sure it's also gonna be a treat listening to you and Christian Luanzon after a very long time, ha?
Oo nga.
Na-miss ko yung tandem ninyo.
Nandito na siya ulit eh. Nandito na siya ulit eh. Sabi ko, bumalik ka pa.
Tsaka panigurado, sa tagal niya nawala, nakaipon niya na maraming tito jokes.
Marami yun. Marami yun. 26-13 with 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Lamang ang Gensan Warriors against the Patriots. Gensan's last game last week dun sa Quezon Convention Center in Lucena suffered an 82-86 loss to the Quezon Huskers led by LJ Gonzalez. Gensan outmaneuvered dun sa dulo ng game na yun.
Yeah, and they were down 90% of the game actually, only got the lead during that first quarter. It was a highly physical match, but Quezon just was able to outsmart them and stay strong in the end game. It was just a well-fought battle for the Huskers on a successful homestand against the Gensan Warriors.
They're taking their time. Referee Alan Manzano supervising the cleanup job dun sa harap ng Parañaque bench.
Isa yan sa mga pinaka-meticulosong referee natin dito.
Oo.
Siyempre.
Always with a smile on his face.
Ay, oo. I've never seen him with a frown, actually.
Oo.
Especially when he's on the floor.
Very,
And yung default itsura niya.
oo. Nagama Evangelista. He's kept the stash a bit.
Oh, yeah.
So para makompleto yung parang military look.
I wonder how that conversation ensued, no? Coach Elvis telling him, pagupit ka ng...
Para medyo maangas.
Oh.
Torado. Nice pass to Papa. Well, that is off.
Oh, Coach Elvis is on the floor. He's asking for a challenge.
No. Actually, inihingi niya na i-overturn agad ni... Why are they reviewing it though?
Yeah, because there was someone right in front of that play. There was a referee right in front of that play. They should have made a decision right away.
Tingnan natin nangyari dito. Good catch actually by Papa. Oh, na-dribble niya na sa labas.
Very obvious right there on that replay. And Liu is also adamant that ganun nga yung nangyari. Bira lang yan magsabi ng ganyan.
Si Leo.
Oh, dead joke lang. Mahal ko yan.
Grabe oh, nagdidemand ng sub sa referee oh, Leo. Coach's challenge. Magbabalik kami for the result.
The Gensan Warriors challenge was successful. There was a warning on Gensan Warriors for improper bench decorum.
So it's a successful challenge. Alan Papa dribbles it outside.
Yeah, absolutely no doubt about it. I think Coach Elvis is trying to argue with referee Alan Manzano na dapat siguro wala ng challenge eh.
So ngayon,
At least he gets to keep another challenge for later in the game.
well, referee Efren Aganan has been replaced by Zen Manansala. Mark Cruz fires a three. That won't go. Cinco with the rebound. Parañaque down by 12 here. Minute and 20 remaining in the ball game.
Another reason why Quezon had their way almost the entire game against Gensan sa kanilang huling laro. It was because of the absence of the offense of Mark Cruz, only 1 for 6 in that game.
For Gensan, lalo na sa kanila, no? Their three-point shooting has to click.
Yes, sir.
Doon talaga nanggagaling ang opportunities nila as Marvin Janicio puts it in plus the foul.
Because knocking down those threes enables guys like Larry Rodriguez space to operate, and it also allows them driving lanes to the basket for guys like Joel Liu.
Mangahas fires. That won't go. Early shot clock lagi ang tira ng Parañaque. Liu. Labas kay Cruz. The ball fake. Torado right there trying to challenge. Janicio to the corner. Liu gets it to go.
Okay, I am really now slowly turning into a believer of that improved shooting of his. Akala ko nung dati, ano lang eh, tsamba-tsamba lang talaga.
Ganun talaga pagkaibigan eh. Ikaw daw ang huling susuporta.
Tough love lang naman.
Oh, Janicio muffs the layup. 10 seconds. 5. Gets it to Papa. Papa drives to the corner. Castro got it. Parañaque with a late surge here in the first period. It's still Gensan with the lead. Pero maganda yung pagtapos ng Parañaque dito sa quarter na to.
Tolentino, he set the tone for the Gensan Warriors, enabling them to get on a hot start. Scored 10 points. First few minutes of the game, actually, shooting 50%. Also contributing on the defensive end. His long arms really helped them in terms of getting turnovers and forcing Parañaque into errors. 11 ang kalamangan nila dito heading into the second quarter.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Nagbabalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Pasay Astrodome. Gensan Warriors with an 11-point lead against the Parañaque Patriots. Ang Pasay maglalaro din mamaya.
Will be parading their new look squad against a Muntinlupa team that is also looking for a victory to try and climb up the team standings after what was a very strong start para sa kanila, then facing the stronger teams in this stretch of the season. It has been a difficult time for the Muntinlupa Cagers.
Tolentino to Felix Aprecu. Jimil Kosip. Eloy Tan. Kosip launches the three. That won't go. MJ Homo with the rebound. Homo stepped on the line.
You just hate turnovers like that. Sometimes even if it's your point guard committing it, you actually expect more and trying to be more aware of the space that they're in on the floor.
Eloy Tan to inbound. On the side, here's Tolentino. Spin inside, little hang time. Tapos ang kanyang tira, Aprecu. Labas kay Eloy Tan, shot fake. Spin move, no good. Rodriguez, pabandang tira, wala pa rin. Tolentino, 5 opportunities there for Parañaque. For Gensan rather, unable to make it count. 5. Airballs the 3. And Papa was wide open. 5. And buti na lang. Jeric 5 able to score his first basket of the game.
Buti na lang talaga. But the general trend really for Parañaque in this game has been 1 to 2 passes max before a guy takes the shot. It doesn't really go around a lot. But actually, this is a very manageable deficit for them to come back in despite that. It's really the lack of playing defense here and finishing it with defensive rebounds. They just keep allowing Gensan multiple possessions due to those offensive rebounds that they're giving up, and these turnovers also na binibigay nila.
Tan gets it to draw plus the foul. I don't like that they are getting too casual with the basketball.
They are indeed. You see here, Tolentino, that's a good challenge by Papa, but 5 failing to grab that defensive rebound, enabling Eloy Tan, who has been one heck of a workhorse off the bench para kay Coach Elvis Tolentino. Dati niyang bata to sa Marikina eh.
Let's check in with Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Parañaque may not have much wins yet, but what Coach Nelpi values most is the heart and hustle his players show night in, night out. Even sa gitna ng kanilang consistent losses, lagi niyang binibigyang pansin yung effort na hindi daw nawawala. Sabi nga niya, lagi kong nakikita yung mga players ko na nagtatry kahit pagod na hindi sumusuko. For Coach Nelpi, it's more than just the final score. It's about the growth and character being built. Dahil doon, proud siya at optimistic sa progress ng team kahit papaano. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Naira. There are different coaches with different mentality na binibigay nila sa kupunan nila. Obviously, for the Parañaque side, there's not a lot of expectation. Ang maganda lang, they are growing together as a unit.
Eventually, growing together has to get them some wins if they want to be more competitive here in this league. But at least there's some positive things to this journey that they're going on in together.
Yeah. Other teams cannot afford that, Javi. Yung growing together. You have to win now.
Exactly. And sometimes people can't understand that it doesn't really matter if you have the pieces that will get you to those wins. Obviously, on paper, a lot of the teams have already tried to do that, but it's really the chemistry that you have to develop that's very important. And sometimes it doesn't really need, you don't really need all big names to succeed.
Look that three para kay Nico Elorde, 39-24. Papa. He'll take the shot. And Elorde secures the rebound. MJ Homo is whistled for the personal. Yan, balik ulit si Wilson Baltasar. Giab is also in the game.
Well, this fast pace for Parañaque, tinatry rin naman nila sabayan ata itong Gensan, but it has not given Baltazar a lot of touches.
Giab able to secure the rebound. Alanes fires a three from way downtown. Long rebound. Eloy Tan ahead to Tolentino for two. And that has been the theme of the game for Parañaque. Just one ball screen up top and then take the shot. Long rebound, transition, Gensan, basket.
A lot of the times when the point guard does that, it really demoralizes their other teammates to try and go back down on defense dahil di nga man lang nila nahawakan yung bola. Lalo na pag naghahabol ka, that really is a bummer. Also seeing that nobody getting into Nico Elorde's grill to even try and challenge that shot.
Na 9 points na para kay Nico Elorde. It's a 20-point lead. Nagballoon na yung kalamangan dito ng Gensan.
And just when I was saying just a few moments ago that despite Parañaque's playing in this game, they were only down by 9 points, but that has to be a welcome sign. Baltazar scoring his first basket of the game. He needs more touches.
So timeout here for the Warriors. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Tolentino is up to 14 points in the ball game. 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Pac is back. 8-division champ Manny Pacquiao makes his triumphant return. In his way stands WBC champion Mario Barrios.
Legendary.
Plus Fundora versus Zoo 2 in an epic rematch.
What a gutsy battle!
And Pitbull runs it back against Angel Fierro.
Can you say fight of the year?
It's a stacked night of hard-hitting title fights.
Pac is back. This July 20, Manny Pacquiao steps back into the ring to challenge Mario El Azteca Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship. You can watch the fight live via Blast TV pay-per-view this coming July 20 Sunday at 8 a.m. Just download the Blast TV app. Available on Google Play and the App Store. Ganda yan.
Very excited to see that for sure. And you mentioned mo nga kahit yung mga undercard, maganda rin.
Ganda. Ganda yun, yung Fundura versus Chu. Hindi Jeyo, Chu. Ano yun?
Ibang laban naman yung pupunta ni Jeyo Chu. Pupunta naman siya ng Jones Cup after ng laban nila bukas. Tama ba ako?
After sa Saturday.
I believe they will be taking the first flight out, right?
Yeah. Di ba, pag basketball player ka, buhay lagari
Ay,
talaga.
mismo
yan.
talaga.
No, that's gonna be a fun night or fun morning here in Manila.
Oh, yeah. Gotta miss seeing everything stopping when a Manny Pacquiao fight happens. No cars on the road, nothing really happening. Everybody just glued to their screens or at the cinemas or wherever they are, just trying to catch Manny Pacquiao go back in the ring. That should be spectacular action, seeing Boss Manny in his comeback fight.
44-28. Lee Yu drives right at Baltasar, using the right hand there to ward off Baltasar. Gamitan ng konting gulang doon.
Ayan naman talaga ang go-to move niya actually. When he's going left, he really uses his body to try and create some separation. Diyan sa magaling talaga eh. He doesn't really have a lot of moves. Hindi siya masyado gumagamit ng mga sidestep. Yung spin medyo konti. At least na panahon namin. Ngayon dumadami na. Ayan, magkakaroon ng mga ganyan.
Ayan na naman, Joel Liu.
Which is why it just makes me so happy, seeing him continue to develop and continue to flourish now as a professional basketball player.
Homo, 5 seconds to shoot. Naagaw ni Gama Evangelista. And MJ Homo able to tie him up for the jump ball. (46-28). Liab is replaced by James Mangahas. Jomar Santos gets it to James Wilson. Up against Liu. And Mark Cruz sticking close to Homo. 4 on the shot clock. Alanes. He'll fire a 3. Got it!
Sa lahat ng mga tinira niya, yun ba talaga yung pumasok, no? Wild shot there by Shaq Alanes, but he does have a bench shot for knocking those down.
Liu, gustong bumuelo, tumira ng 3. Got it!
Slowly, he is showing everybody else that he is not just a catch-and-shoot guy. You cannot leave him anymore. If you give him the space, he will definitely launch it.
Takbo agad ang Gensan. Elorde to the surging Liu.
Looks like he might just try and go get player of the game honors in this one. 5 straight points para sa kanya. He's got 12.
Mukhang gusto niya, Abby.
Mukhang gusto niya eh.
Mukhang gusto niya. Mukhang hindi natin ibibigay.
Dahil maraming beses na maganda yung naging laro niya. Kaso minsan may mas maganda lang talaga na naging laro eh.
Like Nico Elorde right now with 9. That's his 5th assist. Nico Elorde, 9 points. Together with 5 assists. Liu has 12 points. And nothing else.
Nothing else. He has 3 assists.
Meron?
Meron.
Cruz, the fadeaway, gets it to go.
Always love seeing that smooth jumper from the Ant-Man, Mark Cruz.
Ganda, swabing-swabe yung jump shot mo. Yung fade away na pakanan pa. Tweety Santos gets it to go.
A hand in the face, no problem. Sorella had his hand up trying to challenge that shot. Going back to Mark Cruz, no, it's just a pity na hindi natin na nakita sila magkapatid na sabay naglaro, no?
Kaya nga. Legend din yun sa UP.
Oh yeah,
no?
for sure. Marvin Cruz.
Easy. Easy lang, Joel Liu. Humihingi ka pa ng foul, ha?
He's not gonna take his foot off the gas pedal, that's for sure. Especially in a game like this that's really favoring them.
Batazar.
Oh, that's a
Tulak
push. Yep.
on Sorella. Only the second team foul for Gensan. Third personal on Sorella. Di ba naging sort of taga-Bacolod tong si Leo? Parang naging
Sort of.
yeah, naging
Sort
adopted
of.
son ng
Oo.
Bacolod to eh.
Pero originally Cebuano yan.
Oo. So, nalaman niya rin yung word na ano, tikalon.
Lagi na nga niyang ginagamit yan eh.
Oo, lagi niyang ginagamit. So, nalaman niya, na ano niya rin, nung nalaman niya yung word na yun, dalas na ginagamit. Yung tikalon, yung sa, Bacolod, ano yun, Ilonggo, mayabang yun.
Kaya pala niya alam.
Kaya i-comment sa kanya, di ba? Pag nasa social media niya, makikita mo, post siya, di ba? Post siya, kunwari, best player, ganyan. Panalo sila, nagko-comment dyan, tikalon. Yan.
Hindi na ako magugulat. The first time I met him, dahil late na yan,
Tikalon siya, tikalon.
matindi talaga. Ibang klase yung angas.
Joke lang.
Tapos syempre, ang lalim pa ng boses eh. Minsan, syempre, akalain mo, ibang klase talaga yung angas eh. Pero he's actually a softy inside.
Oh, mabait yan. Masaya lang kami. Napaganda laro mo, Joel Leo. 14 points ka na as Gensan has a 61-34 lead. Back inside the Astrodome in Pasay City, Gensan with a commanding lead against Parañaque as we near the end of the first half. 61-34, 30 seconds remaining. Nabalik pa yung bola dito sa Gensan. Alanes against Hiruta. Shaq fires a three. That's short. Apreco with a rebound. Gensan can go for the last shot of the second quarter. It's last touch on Marvin Jonicio. 6.4 seconds remaining. Baseline inbound. Hiruta to trigger it in. Tambeling, lumapit. The drop to Apreco, masyado masikip. 1.4 remaining.
Good job by Cristorado to disrupt that play and prevent it from actually happening. That could have been an easy 2 points para kay Felix Apreco.
They will correct the call. They will reverse it.
Oh, dahil sa Torado nga naman talaga yung last touch dun eh.
The referee Maynard Centeno making the correction kay referee Zenman Nansala. And that will do it. A quite uneventful first half that was, Javi.
Indeed.
The Gensan Warriors just pouring it on in the first two quarters. Particularly this guy right here, Joel Liu, who's been on attack mode as soon as he entered the game.
He's been having his way inside, outside, doesn't really matter. 11 points all in the second quarter. He leads all scorers in this game with 14 points, contributing to this huge lead that Gensan has right now against the Parañaque Patriots, 61-34.
Pac is back. 8 division champ Manny Pacquiao makes his triumphant return. In his way stands WBC champion Mario Barrios. Plus Fundora versus Zoo 2 in an epic rematch.
What a gutsy battle!
And Pitbull runs it back against Angel Fierro.
Can you say fight of the year?
It's a stacked night of hard-hitting title fights.
Welcome back to the MPBL. It is halftime of our first game between the Parañaque Patriots and Gensan Warriors. My name is Lyra Punsalan and I'm with Sir Merman Flores, the team manager of the Gensan Warriors. Sir, every game is crucial now in the South. We know that. What are some reminders for the Warriors lately?
We just gotta play together, and play our game, and we just want to bounce back from our loss from our last game, and hopefully we get this win tonight.
And from that loss, we see that the team is definitely more fired up today. What has been the focus over the past few days of training?
We just felt like we could win that game, and we just want to bounce back and get back on track.
Any greetings, Sir Merman?
Yes, we would like to thank our sponsors, Jinky Skin, Armor On, Sanman, and yung lahat ng mga nanonood dyan sa Gensan ngayon. Sila Mayora Dorely Pacquiao, Bobby Pacquiao, and Governor Roel Pacquiao, at basta lahat ng mga nanonood dyan sa Gensan. Good evening po sa inyo lahat.
Maraming salamat, Sir Merman Flores of the Gensan Warriors. The MPBL will be back.
Small detail matters kasi yun yung talaga nagpapapanalo sa amin. Our efforts.
Serrano, basket with the foul.
Wala pang talo yung Nueva Ecija, so talagang kailangan namin pagandaan, lalo na home court nila yung game namin sa...
Wilson knocks down the three.
This is an raise the roof. Patay tayo. Oh! He just posterized Miles Canyan. Christian Patay, that was nasty.
Halftime here at the Astrodome in Pasay City, where the Gensan Warriors with a commanding 61-34 lead against the Parañaque Patriots. Gensan trying to get back on track after losing to Quezon last week, and maganda ang simula nila. Immediately grabbing the game, taking it to Parañaque na medyo malamya itong nilalaro ng Parañaque, Javi.
Yeah, defensively, absolutely not there. They failed to stop multiple fast break attempts by the Gensan Warriors. A reason why Gensan was able to come up with a 33-point first quarter, and then in the second period proceeded to score 28 points. So scoring above 20 in both our periods in the first half. They're a team that averages about 82 points per game this season. They're on pace for 120 if this continues.
Oo nga, no? Ganda ng first quarter nila, 33 agad. Pero sunod-sunod pa rin eh. They have not stopped scoring the basketball, and Von Tambeling opens the second half with that three-pointer. And Tambeling, his first make from beyond the arc.
For the time in the first half, the three-point shots for Gensan weren't falling, while Parañaque were actually, they were able to connect from the outside during that first quarter. But then, nagsimula ng dumikado itong Gensan Warriors, and we all know that's a big part of their game, and that's the reason why we also talked about it during the first half, na importante na kumonekta sila galing sa labas in order for them to have a good chance of winning more games, especially against the top teams.
And it's back-to-back three-pointers for the Warriors. This time, Tolentino. Tambeling misses from close range. Alanes to Baltasar. Wilson misses. Rebound, nakuha ni Dionisio. Elorde to Tambeling. Tambeling puts the ball on the deck. Finger roll won't go. Tolentino is fouled by Baltasar.
I do believe there is a conscious effort for Gensan to try and set up Von Tambeling more offensively. I saw, as we take a look at this three-point shot first.
A three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Tambeling and then Tolentino for three.
I saw Boss Merman Flores, trying to egg on Von Tambeling during the halftime break. I think that's also the reason why he started this game.
Well, they need everyone to get going. Lalo na pag nasa dulo na ng ating season at syempre sa playoffs.
All hands on deck, ika nga. That's a very important aspect of every MPBL season, and one part of a team's game that they really need to develop in such a long season like this. Imagine you play 29 games all throughout the year, and of course that involves a lot of traveling, involves a lot of practice, and also the way that you're able to take care of your bodies is also a big factor in that.
It's a foul on Marvin Dionisio as Tweety Santos attacks him sa poste.
One of the players who joined the MPBL in our early years and developed a reputation as a really good undersized big who's so terrific on the block despite his height disadvantage.
Unang season yan, kasama sa Quezon City Capitals. Sila Hesed Gabo. Kasama niyan, Jay Collado, Paul Mabayo, Gian Abrigo. A three from Marvin Dionisio.
Wala na ang tres ngayon ng Gensan Warriors.
It's 8 points para kay Marvin Dionisio.
I'd really love to see the ball more in the hands of Alan Mangas. Try to bring the ball up, down. Here you see simple cut and pass it cut rather para kay Nico Elorde going to Marvin Dionisio.
That's his 5th assist. Wilson Baltasar. Couple of baskets here in the third. Tolentino lets it fly. That don't go. Dionisio, the one-hander. And even that is not connecting for Parañaque.
Just miscommunication between both Tweety Santos and Shaq Alanes in what could have been a transition attempt for the Parañaque Patriots. At this point of the game, if you're trying to get back, you need all the points you can in a hurry.
Carl Tolentino, though, continues to add to his tally. 19 points in the ball game. Also has 4 rebounds and 4 steals.
Well, Joel Liu could only hope that Cal Tolentino doesn't keep scoring this way in this game.
Alanes up against Ilorde. Quick hands from Nico.
It's always going to be a difficult task trying to bring the ball up against a guy like Nico Elorde. So if you're Shaq Alanes, you can't just be contented with being nonchalant in terms of taking care of that basketball. You really have to put your guard up.
Homo, kapos ang kanyang layup. Homo won't go. And there's some Batazar to tip it in. Tolentino misses the layup.
You see the development in Cal Tolentino. You love that he's now able to use his body and trying to carve out space. He's reading the angles well and reading the spots in where he could be.
Meanwhile, let's check in with Lyra Punsalan.
Cal Tolentino knows exactly what went wrong in their Quezon matchup. Slow start, hard finish. Hindi talaga pwedeng petik sa umpisa. Doon kami nahihirapan ba ng huling share. Kaya ngayong jump ball pa lang, strong start na dapat. At kita naman yon sa energy at hustle niya ngayon. What's more impressive, galing pa siya sa food poisoning just a few days ago. Thank God naka-recover agad, as he said. And he showed up fully energized and laser-focused for this matchup. In a tight South Division race, Kyle knows every game counts. And he's making sure to answer the call. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Siyempre, ito si Cal Tolentino, naasahan ng kanyang kuponan. But he's really improved this season, Nabi. No? Maganda yung I think what I like about it is that parang hindi minamadali yung pag-develop nito ni Cal Tolentino as a player. Unti-unti, this season, nung nakuha niya yung kumpiyansa niya, unti-unti lang din yung nadadagdag sa laro niya.
And you would think that it actually would be the opposite, considering he's playing under his father. Sometimes there's really added pressure in that kind of thing. But what's improved really with him is, I think yung pinaka talagang napansin ko dito yung kanyang shot selection.
No. This of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And nakita natin siya dati, when he attacks the paint, umiere siya kaagad.
Now he takes his time.
Oo, bumibelo siya, tapos diretso na kaagad, no? And sometimes out of control.
Obviously, when you're that young sometimes, and if you got that kind of athleticism, you really tend to try and use it all the time. But as you get older, you realize that it's not really all about that. And you have to be smarter about the things you do on the court that could actually contribute to your longevity and for you to be able to play at a high level throughout the entire game.
Kaya nga ako, kinalimutan ko na yung pagdadunk. Dati gusto ko pa mag-dunk eh. Ngayon, ano na lang eh, teardrop.
3 points na lang, no? Siyempre, mas malaki naman yung 3 kaysa sa 2, di ba?
Minsan, 4 points. Liu is back in the game.
Di ba, mamaya kukuha tayo ng kwento kay Boss Kaiser Galvez. Lagi mong kalaro yan eh.
Oo. Ruta with a 3. Pang siyam na yan, 3 Javi.
They're raining down threes. Itong Gensan Warriors, one of the leading teams in terms of 3-point makes and 3-point attempts this season. Up there with Zamboanga.
5. Ang layo ng step back na yun. Homo, still no go. Giab, blocked by Sorella.
He has missed a bunch of point-blank shots in this game. Ito si MJ Homo.
Ooh. And Felix Apreco misses the putback.
Yan na lang talaga siguro ang kulang sa laro ni Joel Liu. That right hand finish. Libreng-libre.
Eh, inaangat yung kanang kamay niya. Naririnig yata tayo. Como. It's tumangahas. He wants 5. 5 will launch a 3. It's short. Preco with 11 rebounds. Sorella swings it over to Hiruta. Liu gets it to Mark Cruz. A corner 3. Got it.
That's too much space. That's too much time. Para kay Mark Cruz, one of the best shooters in the league.
What a nice pass galing kay Joel Liu. And he knew it. As soon as it left Mark Cruz's hands, tataas na ang kamay ni Joel Liu in celebration. 80-43. We'll be right back. That's a Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. Cute little fan of the game.
Mukhang bagong gupit pa.
Oo. And family affair tayo dito sa Cuneta Astrodome.
Actually, it feels like a weekend already, and it's just Thursday.
I like what you're saying, Javi. Please let it be the weekend already.
Well, definitely the most sought after Northern Division game yet this season will be happening this Saturday.
Ano yung mangyayari dun, no?
Remains to be seen.
Hirap din i-predict yung game na yun eh.
Sobra eh. Kasi Nueva Ecija, wala pang talo. Abra has been one of the hottest teams next to Nueva Ecija. After that loss to Pasay, they've won how many games straight already? Has it been
15
yata? Around that number.
15. And Mike Sorella is on the verge of fouling out. Jerick 5. Bakit hinayaan ni Joey Liu mag-blow by yun?
Walang help eh, no?
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Tikalon kasi.
Here's Sorella now with Hiruta. Cruz up against 5. Apreco providing the pick. Cruz for 3. Got it!
He just makes those tough shots look so easy. So smooth. Ay, gusto ko rin yung naging kwento mo kanina sa akin off the air, ah.
Oo. Yung tungkol kay Mark Cruz and and how good he was when he was with Letran. Here's Mark Cruz. Hindi na pumasok. And look at Felix Apreco as well.
That's what he does best.
Liu.
Whoa. Still can't finish with the right.
You're being hard on him. You're being hard on him. Sabi nga, Javi, please appreciate other parts of my game.
I do. I am now very appreciative of his newfound touch from the outside.
And Joel Liu, a great game against Quezon.
Oh, yeah.
17 points, including 12 in the second half. And he also shot 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. For more on Joel Liu, let's go to Lyra.
All about bouncing back with mental toughness is itong si Joel Liu after facing the South Division champions. He admits it was a tough one, but it taught them a lot. Same approach pa rin in every game, he said. Just play the right way and get back on track. He shared that the whole Gensan squad is fired up mula sa veterans hanggang sa young guns. Lahat daw nag-extra work lately. And for Joel, it's starting to show. We're definitely more resilient now, he said with confidence. With that mindset, it's clear the Warriors are learning, growing, and gearing up for bigger things. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Okay din to si Joey Leo kausapin, ha?
Honestly, sobrang talino rin yan, ha? Di man siguro halata, pero he's also very good in the classroom.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
We were one of the 2 varsity players that were actually sent back to the regular class. Dahil kami dati sa FU, may varsity class usually kami. Dahil iba nga yung schedule namin. Pero dahil angat kami sa classroom compared to our other teammates, pinasama kami sa regular class.
Wow.
Matalino yan si Joel Leo, promise.
I have a tikalon beside me as well.
Nasingit pa no?
Check out this play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Nice pass by Joel Liu.
6 assists already in this game. Hasn't scored yet here in the second half. Dahil sabi mo kanina, siguro may nakabulong sa kanya dahil si Nico Elorte was stuffing the stat sheet Rebounds and assists as well as points. Si Leo kanina, puro points pa lang
Kyle Tolentino leading all scorers with 20 points. Oo nga, 14 and 6. And Liu, though, has been rested. Kosip is getting some time on the floor. Aaron Hiruta, Jama Evangelista, Bon Tambeling, Kosip, and Apreco. Tambeling with a finger roll.
Acrobatic finish right there across the lane using his strong hand. Ito si Von Tambeling.
Alam mo yung sino pa yung mainstay ng Gensan last season na parang hindi natin nakita throughout the MPBL this year, Avi?
Sino?
Chris Dumapig.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Actually, oo nga, no?
I haven't seen him anywhere.
But is he part of the roster this year?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, oo nga. Di siya nagpaparamdam, Maybe chose to do something else?
Yeah.
Kahit sa social media, di ko nakikita. Usually, you see other players, they're still very active on social media.
Yeah, Montambeling knocks down the 3. They're really heavy on pace for another. They've actually made 30 points again in a quarter.
You're right.
Gensan.
At 61 points in the first half. They could definitely go for that 120.
Chris Torado will drive middle. Kosip natawagan ng foul. Ang chance ng mga players ng Gensan also to get time on the floor para eventually they can contribute to their cause this season.
Dahil nga importanteng stretch na ito, especially as we've already moved past the halfway point of this year.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances at subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Tambeling shoots the 3. Torado unable to find someone to push the pace. 10 seconds na lang natitira dito. Papa, that's a travel.
Unable to put the ball down before taking that step. Si Allen Papa. Missed opportunity to write the final sentence of this third chapter for Parañaque. It's way off the mark galing kay Kosip.
So 3 quarters in the books. But it's a 40-point lead para dito sa Gensan Warriors. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Mark Cruz getting back-to-back 3-pointers kanina. Tambeling also had his moments in that third canto.
It's been such a one-sided game. The whole statistical categories favoring the Gensan Warriors, and everybody leaving their imprints on this game. 91-51.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. In the fourth quarter, dito sa Astrodome in Pasay City. Our fan of the game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Sino ba dyan?
Kaya nga eh, di
Sino
yata
ba dyan?
malinaw eh.
Sino sa kanila? Okay. Yung naka-brown. Fourth quarter underway. Paulo Castro. Maigpit ang depensa ni Eloy Tan. Castro to Baltasar. Santos attacks. Nakakuha ni Mangas. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Baltasar to Torado. They're trying to execute now. Parañaque. Unlike kanina na they would take the first shot available now. They're trying to execute their plays. Pero yun nga, no? Handa ang depensa ng Gensan for that.
At that time, they tried to go into a triangle setup, trying to go pinch post. First time this entire game, I think, if my memory serves me right, I think I'm correct naman, that they set up like that.
Sa fourth quarter, ah.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter when they're already down by this much.
91-51. Kosip lost it. Castro with the steal. He does not have the numbers. Stripped by Tan. Gets it to Baltasar. Out to Torado. Binigay kay Santos. 3 is short. Rebound ni Felix Apreco. Kosip to Gama Evangelista. Isang jumper ni Tambeling. (91-51). Torado. Ten seconds on the shot clock. They're really taking their time here, Parañaque.
And Gensan just really applying immense pressure, denying all options except for that one. Castro able to get to the basketball.
Wow, great patience by Parañaque.
Well, I think for them, what's on their minds right now is just trying to execute, but it's just weird to have them try and do that at this point of the game. Maybe the first 3 quarters, what was on their minds was really just trying to keep in step with the pace that Gensan was going with.
Well, the pace was that because they were settling for
a lot of early shots.
A lot of early shots. Hindi sila bumabalik sa depensa para sa fast break. Now there are changes here in the lineup. Tolentino, it's a big lineup. Gama Evangelista. 14 turnovers for Parañaque. 17 points off turnovers. 7 turnovers for Gensan. Hindi nakakapitalize. Kahit isang puntos ang Parañaque. Castro. Crossover. Jumper. Short. Felix Apreco with 19 rebounds now.
Amazing. He's been on the floor almost the entire second half.
Tolentino got it. Kyle Tolentino playing inspired basketball right now. 23 points. And not just the 23 points, but he's been very efficient as well, Javi.
Yeah, Kyle Tolentino also has 6 rebounds. Tolentino is 8 out of 19 from the field in this game. 3 out of 8 from downtown.
Torado, binabatay ni Gama Evangelista. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Torado, nakalusot. Unable to score on the layup. Junicio, nagmamadali. Marwin swings it over to Kyle. Well defended. Gama lost it. They're claiming it should be a travel. 96-53.
But what's nice with Gensan right now is despite this huge advantage that they have, they're not letting up even on the defensive side. They could have just allowed Parañaque to try and put more points on the board, but no, they're really trying to keep in step defensively, putting up with every shot. And on the other side, still going with their usual flow of things, trying to push the basketball when they can. When they are forced into a half-court set, they make sure that they run it smoothly.
Preco, pahinga muna. He has 19 rebounds as he goes back to the bench.
Only 5 points in the game, but those 19 rebounds, just incredible para kay Felix Preco. Not like we haven't seen him do it before, but it's always amazing when somebody comes up with that kind of number in an MPBL game.
Liu, atake sa kaliwa. And Gama Evangelista cleans it up.
Evangelista providing quality minutes off the bench with his new look in this game against Parañaque.
The lead is at 45 points. Santos. Masyado pang malapit kay Tolentino. Pasa na yun. 6 seconds to work with. Torado. Atake sa gitna. Kicks it out to Santos. Airballs the 3. Torado. They're really just milking the clock itong Parañaque. Tolentino. Another 3 para kay Kyle Tolentino. 26 points.
It's a field day in this game para kay Kyle Tolentino.
Mangahas, the handoff, Torado. To the corner, James. Off the mark, rebound. Goes to Sorella, Junicio. Tolentino, got it! What a night for Kyle Tolentino, 29 points. And Kyle Dominic Tolentino.
Wow, he has in games this year. This is his best scoring game this season. Ito si Kyle Tolentino, 29 points in this game, nearing the 30-point mark para sa Gensan.
Pac is back. 8 division champ Manny Pacquiao makes his triumphant return. In his way stands WBC champion Mario Barrios. Plus Fundora versus